If you've ever wondered why a connection can feel so powerful, yet activate your deepest wounds, you're not imagining it. Some relationships don't come to comfort us, they come to reveal us. So, today we're going to talk about why twin flame type connections trigger each other, what shadow work in love actually is, and how to grow without romanticizing pain. So let's talk about what triggering really means. Being triggered doesn't mean someone is doing something to you, it means something unhealed within you is being activated. So, triggers are emotional signals, not proof of wrongdoing and not proof of fate. What it's really doing is it's revealing unconscious material that is rising to the surface. So if you look at why twin flame connections feel so intense, it's because these connections often mirror our core wounds, our childhood patterns, our suppressed emotions, our unintegrated parts of the self. So the familiarity feels magnetic, but it's internal recognition that's actually happening. So intensity comes from resonance, not compatibility. So, what does shadow work in love look like? Shadow work is the process of recognizing disowned parts of yourself. It's about taking responsibility for emotional reactions. And it's about integrating what was previously unconscious. So, in relationships, shadow work often reveals abandonment wounds, control issues, fear of vulnerability, and emotional avoidance. And love becomes the mirror. So, common shadow triggers with twin flame dynamics is that triggers often show up as, the feeling of being unseen or unchosen, the fear of rejection or engulfment. And then you have emotional highs followed by withdrawal and power struggles around closeness. So, these are not signs to endure pain, they're invitations to heal these patterns within yourself. So why triggers can create the what we would call the addiction. So the unhealed wounds combined with intermittent connections creates emotional bonding through stress, the high lows and with the brief highs. And then you've got confusion that's mistaken for depth. And this trauma bonding or this is actually just bonding. It's not ascension, it's the awakening or awareness that breaks the spell. So the healing shadow triggers without bypassing is really about, true healing is going to require self reflection over the blame. It's going to require regulation over reaction and boundaries over endurance. So you need to really just ask yourself, what part of me is reacting? What am I afraid of losing? And what belief is being challenged? Because growth begins when we go inward. And when triggering becomes toxic, these are some, signs that you need to watch for. It's not an excuse for harm. And if a relationship includes repeated disrespect or emotional manipulation, inconsistency without accountability, that's not shadow work, that's dysfunction. So healing never requires self-abandonment, okay? So the big thing is everybody wants to know, can twin flame triggers lead to healthy love? And really, that's only if both people are aware, both take responsibility, and both commit to growth. Otherwise, the connection remains a lesson. It's not a partnership. So some connections come to awaken, not to stay. So, what does integrated love look like? So, that integrated love after the healing and the shadow work is going to feel very grounded, very honest, very respectful, and very consistent. It challenges without destabilizing, and it reveals without wounding. So, triggers aren't punishments, they're teachers, guys. So, Once the lesson is learned, suffering is optional. Love that heals doesn't require chaos. It requires you to be more conscious. So, if this message resonated with you guys, I want you to comment down below what trigger taught you the most about yourself on this journey. And if you're choosing growth over romanticized pain, subscribe to the channel, guys. Don't miss the next video because this channel is about healing, it's not about loops. And I'll see you guys in the next video.